Broadly speaking, the steps are going to be as follows. I'm going to just look at what the PAG report actually is and who the group are. I'm going to look at some of sort of key basic pensions concepts as something of an introduction to the rest of the report and the recommendations that are in there, including looking at the two main types of pension. I'll then look at the key stages that PAG recommend in terms of how to deal with pensions on cases. I'll look at a few case studies and then some other of the highlights from the report itself. So in terms of the PAG and who they are and what their report is, it's a group of judges, lawyers, pensions experts, academics and a mediator and some other people dotted around here and there who have produced a good practice guide to dealing with pensions on divorce. It's taken them about 2 years, and it's an absolutely phenomenal piece of work. And I'm very pleased to have been peripherally involved, just very much towards the latter end of the project to help them design and look at the sort of readability of the document. But in terms of the contributions, there's an enormous list of people who are involved, and it's an absolutely remarkable piece of work that's been done. And a key part of what they've been trying to do is to help practitioners deal with really the everyday cases. Because we've had pension sharing for about 20 years now, but actually in that whole time, this is the first guidance we've ever had on how to deal with pensions on divorce. And so the idea behind the project was to improve not only how well we understand pensions, but how consistently we approach them. And just in terms of the authority with which you can take this report, the President in his foreword formally endorses this report as, quote, formal guidance to be applied when any issue regarding a pension falls to be determined in cases. So it can't really get any better than that. So starting then with a look at what some of the key pensions concepts are and what it means for a pension to be worth something, actually looking at what this question means is really important, because valuing a pension is not necessarily just a question of looking at what the CE figure is when it comes through from the pensions provider. And to understand that, it's helpful to look at what cash equivalence or CEV or CETV is as a concept. And fundamentally, it's a capitalised value figure that's given to pension benefits. So that can actually mean different things. So it can mean the value of the pension fund if it's defined contribution, and we'll come on to what that means, or it can mean the cost to the pension provider of providing an income to a member when they retire, and that's a defined benefit scheme. And looking at what those are, they're quite different things, and these are the two fundamental types of pension. So defined contribution scheme